They got state championship names everywhere, all up and through. This is actually their team. So it's a privilege to actually be in their team. This is the house that they built. All right, this is Coach Dexter Williams, and this is Darius DeBerry, real long-time friends of mine. Me and him grew up together from knee high to Peachtree High, and I played against him my whole career, middle school all the way to high school. So they just gonna say a few encouraging words to y'all, just to keep y'all motivated, and just to give y'all some information about life, academics, and what they do.
Give him a hand, guys. Give him a hand.
How doing, fellas? How we doing? Good. All right?
Come on, man. Speak up. Let's go.
Anyway, like you said, I'm Darius D. I graduated here in 2007. Lemon University 2011. When I'm not doing basketball, I work in hotels. I'm cutting hair. I'm a college student as well for barber. But I am the general manager of the Jackson 10 Underdogs. Y'all probably seen us on TV. Like a bunch of guys from here, Southside, Liberty, JCM. A bunch of guys just doing what y'all doing now, man. Started where y'all at, just coming in, putting in extra work to get where we are. Like I said, y'all probably seen us on TV, probably haven't, but like I said, just a bunch of guys love the game. And I just been watching all y'all today. I like what I'm seeing. Y'all doing good, man. Like I said, y'all could be anywhere right now, playing the video games, talking to some of the girls on the phone, whatever, but y'all in here grinding. That's where it all started, man. That's where it starts right here. Like I said, anybody ranked in the state, ranked in the nation, nah, don't worry about that, all right? Don't worry about that at all. Just keep ball. A lot of people, like what our team is, Jackson Underdogs, like this is our 4th year playing in TBT. It's like a March Madness tournament during the summer. They look at us, we don't have a player over what, 6'7"? They look at us, think they gonna run the gym with us. Out of 64 teams this year, they ranked us number 56. 56. I won 2 thirds with that. We've upset plenty of teams. I don't want to say one of the teams because one of the alumni is here right now. But we've upset plenty of teams and they still disrespect us. So at the end of the day, fellas, it's about what you want to do, how you want to do it. You feel me? When it comes to basketball, can't nobody stop you except for yourself. Keep that mentality. If you listen, are you gonna let somebody stop you? That's your choice. Can't nobody stop you but yourself. The sky's the limit for all y'all fellas. So keep doing what y'all doing, and possibly it might be some future Jackson 10 Underdogs in here one day. You feel me? Don't think just because we just doing this, that's gonna stop. We wanna keep this going. As long as TV going, we gonna keep it going. So hey fellas, keep doing what y'all doing. I'm proud of y'all, love y'all kids. Let's keep grinding.
And not too many people work hard as D-Berry. I've been associated with D-Berry for a very long time. When I coached here, this is from the background. I'm from Carroll County. Anybody know where Carroll County is? About Dresden, Atwood, those places. Okay, well I grew up in Dresden, played ball in West Carroll, played college basketball at Union University right here in Jackson, coached at Northeast Middle School for 3 years, and ended up coaching here when this building opened in 2003. I was the first boys basketball coach here. It's a privilege to coach some outstanding guys, hardworking young men. Like Coach Whedon said, coached against him, junior high and high school. And those guys I had here, a lot of them are hanging up here in the Raptors today. One of the young men was the first ever Mr. Basketball from the city of Jackson, Tennessee, and that's Jawan Long. He went on to play at Mary State. And if you think about it, being the first to do something from Jackson, you know how old Jackson is? This city's been here for quite a while, and that young man was the very first Mr. Basketball finalist. Not finalist, the very first Mr. Basketball winner. He won it. And we were the first team in the city of Jackson, Tennessee history to win a boys state championship in the state of Tennessee. First team to be ranked, first team from Jackson, Tennessee to be ranked nationally. We finished in 2007 ranked, I think, 14th in the country. That had never happened in Jackson, Tennessee before. So just because you're from small town America, that makes no difference. You guys can do great things. That's why I shared that story with you. Jackson's not a big place. When they able to do things on national level, like he was talking about the TBT, the basketball tournament. I coached that basketball team. A few years ago we played the Bluegrass boys. No one seed the whole tournament. Derek Anderson was coaching them. We played them in we had Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah, they were the number one
It
seed.
was the last overall seed.
Yeah, they were the number
64
one seed in the whole tournament. And, you know, we took a group of guys from right here in Jackson, Tennessee, and knocked off the number one seed. So I don't care how small you are, it doesn't make a difference. If you got your mind right, you willing to put in the work, you guys can do anything. Now, I'm gonna switch it. Let me go to the academic side of it, because that's what I deal with every day. I no longer coach. I coach a couple travel teams, 7th grade boys and 9th grade girls. I've been in education going on 20 years. Teacher, coach, assistant principal, supervisor, and I'm in my 3rd year as a superintendent of schools. You guys make sure you're taking care of your business in the classroom. That's the first thing. You know, that ball, it's nice, it bounces, and you might have all the talent in the world, but if you can't take care of the academic side of it, I mean, you won't do too much with basketball. And there's many avenues for you to do that with. You know, some have to go to junior college. Yeah, fine. If that's the route you have to take, you do that. You know, some leave high school and go on straight to a 4-year university. Some of y'all playing basketball in here today, when you finish high school, you probably won't play anymore. You know, but you want to be the very best you that you can be. But I see it too many times. Athletes, talented, football, basketball, baseball, whatever, but they're not taking care of their business in the classroom. They end up not making it. You know, that's the first thing you got to do. You know, be respectful in school, respect your teachers, respect your peers, others. That stuff goes a long way. I mean, you don't need to be getting in trouble in school. I mean, you need to be, y'all are athletes, right? Right? Y'all know y'all role models in your building? I mean, you got people looking up to you, those little kids, you know. Most of y'all in high school, you know, these junior high kids, elementary kids, they're watching you. They're watching what you do, because guess what? Guess who they want to be like? Who? They do. And most certainly, you guys got to set a good example, okay? Have good character, have good integrity. Be a man of your word. You say you're going to do something, do it, whether you want to or not. You know, your word is all you have. And that stuff will take you a long way. You know, you might be a borderline student. It's okay if you're an average student, C student. You know, some of you, it's the best you can do, but that's fine. But you remember, if you're in these teachers' classrooms, you're going to get in a situation one day where you're going to need a little help, okay? You know, you're going to be riding, I got 71. You know, you need a 72 to pass. Now, that teacher you've been giving hell all year long, you got that 70. Guess what you're going to take home? 71. Yeah. But you go on the borderline, and you've done everything that teacher asked you to do. I mean, you come to class, you pay attention. You're not causing any grief in that. What do you think gonna happen to you then? Oh, she gonna help you out a little bit. He's gonna help you out a little bit. That's life. Y'all gotta remember that. You know, you respect others and you get that same respect back. And like, I can stand here and talk all day. I'm gonna cut it off. This is what I enjoy doing. That's why I got in education. You know, the coach, the mentor, and you know, just help, especially young men. You know, help young men, you know, go down the right path. But like D. Berry said, a lot of stuff y'all could be doing today, but you're here working on your game and go all out. Why not? You know, whatever you're doing in life, these basketball drills, these things they're putting you through in here. Hey, give it all you got, because it's gonna go away one day. You know, so give it all that you have. Y'all understand? I hope to see your face one day and hear some great things out of y'all. But y'all keep working. Keep working. Thank you.
We also have a college coach in the building. He's one of the new assistant coaches. He come bless our group from the collegiate aspect of what it takes just to maybe get to your level, even though y'all on the Division II level, what it takes even just to get to y'all level of college sports.
Okay, we see this all the time, all right? I was talking to Coach Delk earlier about it. A lot of guys nowadays do not know how to play without the basketball. All right, you have to have the ball in your hands to score. Y'all think that I gotta dribble, I gotta make a play for myself, I gotta go 1-on-5. Let me tell you something. There's 10,000 of you out there. All right, you can score. You can, yes, we know you can score, you can dribble, all right? Can you pass? Can you be a good teammate? Can you play without the ball? Can you be an assistant? Do you play defense? Do you pick up full court? All right, those are things college coaches look at. and then back to grades. All right, they check grades, they check how much you get in trouble, all right, what your past is, they check all that. All right, so make sure you stay out of trouble and listen and work on your game. Don't come in here, yes, skill work is good, you need to do skills every now and then. All right, you do need to do skills. All right, but keep in mind, a cone has no arms. All right, it's simple, a cone has no arms. All right, so skill work is good, yes, but you need to get on a gun, get game shots up, get a teammate, say, hey, let's go make 100 shots today. I promise you, I did this with a kid the other day on our team. I said, all right, let's get out here and make 100 game speed shots. It took him 20 minutes, 20 to make 100 threes. All right, does not take long. You don't need to be in a gym for 4 to 5 hours in a day. What are you gonna get done? All right, you're in there an hour, hour and a half, you're wiped. All right, and then some of you, another thing is weights. All right, that's another big thing. All right, you got to get on the weights, Kobe Ward. All right, got to. All right, but then I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Last thing I'm gonna say, I saw this quote the other day. Why not give 100% effort when it's 100% up to you? You understand?
Right there.
You understand? Why would you hold back something when it's all in your hands and you control what you do with it and how you play? All right? So, as we get into this shooting here at the end and get into playing today, you make a mistake, do not get discouraged, do not get down, do not drop your head. Hey, college coaches, look at that. They go to an AAU tournament, you make a turnover, take a bad shot, your teammate takes a bad shot, you put your head down and start pouting, it's over. All right? Hey, last thing right here, I promise you. All right? Everybody knows the story about Javon Carter, the point guard over at West Virginia. All right? He had 0 stars. All right? Was under the radar player. Nobody knew about it. Bob Huggins, the coach from West Virginia, walks in at 8 a.m. one morning. Goes to walk to the bathroom. He sees him picking up full court at 8 a.m. All right? Who would do that? Probably no coaches were over there. He knew what he had to do, and it would eventually get seen. All right? So everything you do in the dark will eventually get seen. Continue to work hard, continue to grind every day. All right?
So our last speaker for the group is Coach Marquay McCullough. I've seen him grow up. He's played basketball. He's a little younger than me. He's actually one of the state's top trainers and developers of skill development in basketball. He travels across the country training pros. He's trained some of the people y'all watch on TV. He works with them every day. And so I just want him to give y'all a few words of encouragement just from his standpoint of skill development in basketball.
Gotcha. So like, mainly, I'm from Jackson. I grew up and went to Northeast, middle school, went to Northside. Basically, I just lost the passion for playing. I mean, like, I played against Kendall, played against D, played against a bunch of players, and I just lost the passion for playing. And so I really gained it in helping out the youth. Okay, man, I come in, I don't do cone actions, all this type of stuff. I'm a coach, game situational things that's going to translate on that court. Okay, I don't have time to come up in here give you 30, 40 moves and stuff like that. I mean, like, it's pointless. Okay, so what? You come in, you work up on your skill, and develop on that, work up on the weakness. Okay, a lot of you all, we seen all today, discipline-wise, the left hand, the triple threat moves, right hand, pump fake, pick and roll reads, all that is valuable, as Coach said, to go play at the high level. Okay, so what? You can watch all the jellies and all this type of stuff all day long, but what if you can't do a pick and roll? If you don't know what reads about the pick and roll, you're not going to be playing up in those games. All right, so I would say, leave you with this: is really value what you watch film-wise, okay, and really study the game and study what makes those players great. Okay, so it's not always about the highlights and showtime and stuff like that. You really watch, and this is an OG with it. You know what I'm saying? So what? I didn't have this growing up. All right. So what? You got to really take advantage of what's around you, opportunities, and people around you, and make an impact with like that. Like and learn, ask tons of questions. All right, and pick their brains about it, and that's how you impact and you help out yourself. Okay. So overall, do that, and you'll be good. All right.
I think I thank all the coaches, but what you got to think about 3 weeks ago, who know Cade Cunningham, Jalen Green, Imani Bates. So those are the top players in the country. I was just with those guys 3 weeks ago. So no one from Tennessee, Nike invited, let's say, 36 players, and 34 came. There was like maybe 2 or 3 guys that couldn't come, that had other commitments. They were the top players in the country. Imani Bates was the only underclassman there, 2022. Everybody else was 2020, 2021. So the top players, all the scouts, GMs from all 30 NBA teams were there. We did drills in the morning. We came back and played games in the evening. And when I tell you, like, those guys were professional, running pick and rolls, they knew reads, they knew how to play basketball. As Coach said, you're not going to have the ball in your hand the majority of the time. Kentucky, North Carolina, Duke, they have systems. Those coaches make $9, $10 million. Players come in, it's their program. I don't care what you did in high school. You have to be able to play in a system. Being disciplined, not only on the court, you have to be disciplined off the court. Because once again, those coaches keep their jobs and feed their family with the 18, 19-year-old kids. So if you're not doing your job, it's going to be the next player up. So if you don't work hard, there's always somebody that wants your position. Always. All of us, we play, we know. So if you're screwing up, opportunity for me to play. And then you have to be prepared and ready to play. If you're not ready to play, you calling back home, Mom, the coach don't like, not true. When I coached in New Mexico State, a bunch of guys were complaining about calling their parents, telling their mom and dad, coach don't like me. Wasn't spending time in the gym. Extra work. 15 minutes before, 15 minutes after. By the end of the week, you done put in 2 or 3 hours of extra work. Don't be the last guy to come to practice. Don't be the first guy to leave practice. Coach said body language. Every GM I talk to, first question I ask them, what do you see in play? When you go and scout play, what's the first thing? Body language. Don't get 5 till a guy comes out of the game. You miss a shot, you don't run back on defense. You don't know who's watching. Everybody's seeing this. So it's about working hard, understanding your role. Coach is going to give you different roles on your team. He'll add and give you something else if you get that task complete. But until then, you're not getting another role. Parents, they know basketball. But one thing I can tell you, parents don't coach. Listen to your coach. That's how you're going to get your playing time. Your parents are not going to help you get playing time, because if you leave high school, go to college, NBA, your parents don't have no more influence. That's it. Your son leaves, another player comes. So don't pick up the phone and call your parents when you're not putting in the work. It's going to show. So if you're not doing it on this court, putting your time in, the next player going to come in and he wants your job. NBA is a whole nother ball game. Only 450 players play in that league. 450. There's only 5,000 players who played in the NBA. 5,000. NFL, if you guys playing football, 22,000. So it is an elite fraternity of players and men. So you can't just be thinking in your mind you're going to get there if you're not putting the time in. There's 1,000 of you guys out there, 10,000, 100,000. And then you got to think about factor in the international game. There's over 7 billion people in the world. There's probably about 2 or 3, 4, 5 million playing basketball. So don't just think about the United States. It has become an international game. So when you watch those drafts, you see what? International players. It's a global game now. So you're not just the best you go from being the county best, state best, then you got to get to national. Then when you go to college, everybody's good. Most of all those guys were either McDonald's All-American, they're the best player in their state. So don't just be satisfied. Yeah, you can come from here and go and make it to another level, but you got to put the work in. You got to trust and believe in who you are as an individual. Don't lie to yourself. One person you can't lie to is the person in the mirror. A lot of your parents, a lot of coaches, a lot of your friends, maybe a lot of your girlfriend. But when you look in the mirror, you know who you are. You know if you ain't working hard. You already know it. Don't go tell your parents, oh, well, coach, don't. No, you're not putting in the time. So when that coach comes to you and tells you go in the game, you're not ready to play, you also might not be in a position where you're playing. You might not be a starter. But I've been places where I haven't been a starter. In the pros, every day I came in and worked out. I said my opportunity is going to come. I didn't play for Sacramento for about the first 15 to 20 games. But I came in, worked out every day, 3 or 4 hours. Coach called my name, we're down 20 points. I go in, have a pretty good game. I play the rest of the season. And then I signed a 6-year contract after that. So it's believing in who you are as an individual, but being prepared when your number's called. There's only 5 players going to play at a time in basketball. That's it. The other 7, however many, will be on the bench. But they don't mean when the coach calls your name, you better be ready to play. Do you understand? Discipline on the court and discipline off the court. That's what's going to get you playing time.
All right, hey. Y'all done heard it from all levels, y'all. And from an NBA pro. You done heard it from all 4 or 5 different levels, and the message is still the same. You gotta put in the work. You gotta put in the work. The NBA will not put that stamp, that Jerry West logo on your chest if you ain't put in the work. You can't wear Lane College across your chest if you ain't put in the work. And that's a small school. You still gotta put in work at those types of schools and universities. Jackson State Community College, you gotta put in work at those schools. How many of y'all know people that wanted to go play for Jackson State and didn't make the team? It's plenty kids that didn't make Jackson State basketball team. And that's a community college. So that means your work ethic ain't even to that standard. So you gotta go above and beyond the call of duty when you're trying to get somewhere and you're trying to get certified stamp. I'm certified. You can put a stamp on me. He's certified. He's certified. His name is in the building. His name is in this building. He's certified. He's certified. You gotta get certified, guys. Be a certified bona fide West Tennessee athlete. All right, we're gonna get ready to go through, we're gonna do some shooting competitions, and then we're gonna go into our dunk contest, and then we'll get ready to play our middle school and high school game. All right, can we get everybody on the inside of the court? Can I get y'all to